Hello, thank you for joining me for today's video. My name is Tracy Held and I'm an Independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Melbourne in Australia. This video is part of a series of video hops, so please be sure to jump around and watch everybody's videos. Our theme for this one is clever use of scraps. I've been busy doing a whole lot of cards using the hand-penned suite, and I had pieces left over, so I've just gone and cut them up into 1 centimeter, which would be 1/4 of an inch strips. Now, I've used 2 different pieces, and the only way to really tell the difference is if you look at the back. The one is the one with the yellow scallops and the other one's with the pink flowers. Now, I could have just used the pink flowers because once they cut up, the strips are very similar, although if we look at the actual paper, those floral designs are fairly different. Here are the 2 pieces together, so you can see the coloring is really similar. The designs are different, but very subtly different, and when they cut up into small pieces, you're not really seeing that. But I had the 2, so I've just used the 2. Here are the measurements for the card. Let's get started. Now I'm going to be working on my silicone mat because this is going to get very sticky. So the silicone mat does just stop glue getting all over everywhere. Before I start, let's just tell you the products that I'm using. So aside from the DSP, I've used this Happy Birthday from the Elegantly Said. This font is beautiful and it's just a lovely message. And my flower is cut out from the Penned Flowers dies. I'm using that intricate die over there. And this label is the label from the Tailored Labels tags. Let's get going. I've got my piece of Misty Moonlight. It doesn't matter which color you want to start with. You're never going to get any 2 cards 100% identical because the paper just goes where it wants to go. This is a relatively new glue, so when working with the glue, just use a light hand because otherwise you're going to have glue going everywhere. I'm going to start with a floral piece. I'm using floral and pink, only the 2 colors, but it doesn't matter, it's whichever way you like. I'm going to start by sticking a piece of my DSP across the center, just making sure that corner to corner is covering the paper. Okay. My strips are probably slightly short, so I don't want it if it was going like that where I'm getting bits of the strip that's sticking out. And then I'm going to keep layering it with a little gap in between, so I want my Misty Moonlight peeking out. My strip just isn't long enough there, but I'm going to fix that up at the end. And now I'm going to change direction. And here's where, if you've got smaller strips, that's going to be fine. I'm going to put that one, that it's sitting over there. And what I've done, and here you can go however you like playing with the strips. I'm going to go one color that way and then keep alternating my colors going that way. But you can do anything you like. There's no rules to this. It's whatever makes you happy. For my corner over here, I'm going to just put a tiny dab of glue in the corner over there and then put that bit that corner's filling in. As I'm going, I keep cutting off these really long bits, and I can keep using the little bits that I've cut off. So as you're making it more and more scrappy, you can keep using the scraps that you're cutting off. And I'm doing the same on this side, but this time I'm keeping one side solid pink and I'm going to alternate the colors. So that side I kept the one side floral, this side I'm keeping the one side pink. Okay, so you can probably see why it's a good idea to use the silicone mat. I'm going to just trim that down a bit. And then I'm going to go to my trimmer and trim the edges so that it's all straight. There we've got it all neatly edged off. And then I'm going to take my Black and Bride card base. Stick that on top. Now this one I have actually cut down a bit because I had that gap in the corner. So this decorated piece is a bit smaller than that one, but I'm okay with that. It gives me a bit more of a border around the edges. And for my insert, I'm going to take a strip of my DSP that I've got left over here. There we go. That piece has to go sideways because of the direction of the flowers, but that's okay. And my fingers are so sticky. but that was to be expected. Now you can put this that way if you want. It doesn't matter whether it's going portrait or landscape. I've pre-cut my flowers and I've stuck this onto some of the adhesive sheet. You definitely want the adhesive sheet because to try and get glue behind it with Tombow, that's going to be an absolute disaster because it is so fine. So definitely use that adhesive sheet. And I found where there's bits stuck behind, again, get my fingers even more sticky. I just put my fingers over the bits and it generally does come off attached to my fingers. We can just scrape that off. I'm going to stick my greeting. I am sticking it flat because I want the flowers to go over the edge of it. So if it's on dimensionals, I'm not going to be able to stick those flowers over the edge. Oops. And there I have my card. So this will work with any of the DSP. The hand penned DSP is beautiful. You can try it in all the different colors. Be sure to hop around and see what everybody else has come up with, and it'll give you lots of different ways to use up all your scraps. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you next time. Bye.